The idea that we all seek is to open our awareness, heighten our perceptions, our intuitive gifts, to connect into insight. And sometimes when we do it, we're like fascinated and we're delighted that we could pick up something that was not obvious and not in this more concrete realm of ours that we have created. So the delight of being able to connect into other resources of knowing is truly a gift that we can give ourselves. When we start to really fine-tune our system, our energy system, we are able to connect into more and more of our faculties. We have such a depth of abilities, so many more skills beyond the five senses of our mortal form. We have clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, the ability to smell and taste and to pick up the signals and messages through that. We've got the ability to connect through mental telepathy, to do remote viewing. And these are just the beginnings of our heightened sensing and perceiving. How do we tap into them is really not so much how do we tap into them, it's how do we tap into us? How do we get to know who we are as an energy being? We know who we are as our human being pretty much because we can feel and listen to us, and we can get a sense of ourselves by this tactile connection that we have. But we are so much more. We are primarily, we are energetic beings. We are made up of all these incredible atoms and all of this that dances around us, and the form just is the collection of all this. But it's energy that runs the entire system. It's energy that agrees to show us in this form so that we can see and connect and relate to each other. And when we're finished being in this form, we still continue as energy. We can barely imagine that, but that is absolutely how it works. And quantum physics is giving us the understanding for why that is. So what we know deep down intrinsically in our being is now being confirmed and validated, and that says, oh, okay, then it must be. But can it only be if I have made a formula or if I have managed to prove it? Is that the only way it can be? Or can something be just because I cannot prove it, but I know it and I've felt it and I've had the experience of it? So what made me truly get this again, which is every day I get these messages about how valid and how important it is for us to tune into this higher, this sensing and perceiving, is my darling family all came down for a wedding this last week. And they were driving in one car together. And as they were driving home, my sister was sitting next to her son, and he was driving. And in the back seat were the rest of the family. And at a moment, they were going over a lot of blind rises. There was, and they were going at the normal speed. But Linda just had a sudden premonition, a sudden sense, and she put her hand out and she touched Jeffrey on his leg. And that signal in our family is always like, just slow down or pay attention. My mum used to always do that, and she was highly intuitive. And as Lindy touched Jeffrey's leg, he just pulled the speed down to way, way, way low. And as they got over that very next blind rise, there was a vehicle right there in front of them and in the way, and they would have collided, something horrible. When Jeffrey looked back at Linda after he managed to swerve and get out the way, when he looked back at Linda, he said Linda's face was like shock. She said to him, I actually saw that white bucky there. I saw it before it was even visible. That's your intuition. That's guidance. And that's the gift. And truly our lives depend upon us tuning into these higher resources, this higher awareness. It is available to us how to connect to your energy being. So one of the beautiful gifts that I love to do is to help people to do that, to connect into their energy being and to begin to interpret and read and sense and know their energy being as well as they possibly can through this human being. So the connection of the two, the alignment and the integration of our energy being and this life being, our light being and our life being, is vital for us to get now so that we can do this life with more ease and more grace. So I wish that for you, and if that is a journey that you would love to embrace, connect with me and it would be fun. Thank you. Many blessings. Namaste.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here